So anyway, moving on to a story from Sooner Politics.
Well, we missed Duncan. We should
oh
give him
my
an
gosh,
update on
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Breaking story.
Well, I think it's good because well, go ahead.
We were talking about. We wanted to talk
What
about
do you
the
want to
late
finish
breaking
off
story.
what you were going to say for this last segment on?
No,
Hong Kong
I'm just
thing?
well, it's just that there's a tie between Hong Kong and Duncan. So let's get into that.
Okay, let's see if you can make that tie.
Oh,
Tell us
well-
about what happened in Duncan.
Yeah. Good.
Well, today there was a shooting in Duncan at a Walmart, and in the parking lot, a man, it appears, was the estranged husband of a woman and her new boyfriend. He came up to their car and shot through the windshield, killing them both. Subsequently, another patron of Walmart, possessing a lawful firearm. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's no such thing. But lawfully possessing a firearm, confronted the shooter, and upon that confrontation, the shooter took his own life.
Yeah.
So the beauty here is that, and the tie between here and Hong Kong, is that we have freedoms, and we have regained a measure of freedom here in Oklahoma, to the point that someone could quickly and easily be carrying a weapon. Someone who might have just weeks ago been deemed a felon for having done the same thing.
Yes.
And put an end to what could possibly, and there's no indication that it would have, but could possibly have endangered other lives.
Mm-hmm.
And so while it's a sad story, there's a lesson here that we should learn, and that and takeaways. And David, I think you had some takeaways from it. But some takeaways that liberty works.
Yeah. The reason, now this happened around 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, and so, the police have not given a lot of official word. I think you went to a British journalism outlet.
Yeah, the Daily Mail.
Daily Mail, and they were able to say there's a likelihood of a scenario of a estranged husband being the shooter. Right?
There were several outlets.
I've got the USA Today story. 3 people were killed Monday in a shooting outside Walmart. Ended when a bystander pointed a gun at the shooter, police and witness said. Police responding to calls shortly before 10 a.m. local time found a man and a woman dead in the front seat of a car in the parking lot, and another man deceased outside the car, Duncan Police Chief Danny Ford said.
Right.
It appears several rounds were fired into the car and a handgun was found on the scene.
Right.
Authorities have not revealed a motive for the shooting. Ford said it appears a gunman shot the male and the female victims and then turned the gun on himself.
Right.
So they knew each other, but he's not describing their relationship.
Right. And David had some, and that's why I asked him to set it up, because he's got
This
some
is just
sources.
breaking. I didn't have time.
But, so here's what I want to say. Scenario 1, which David's sources say is likely, is that you had basically an estranged former husband who is mad because his wife's off with another man. He confronts them there, and boom. Okay, it got nasty. In that scenario, the gunman was not seeking random victims.
Correct.
Okay? There were 2 people he was going after.
Right.
Okay. That man was not made more likely to cause a crime because we adopted permitless carry in Oklahoma.
Right.
Because he was not, it wasn't that it was made legal. He says, oh, now I think I can go kill a couple of people. No, he was hell-bent on doing it and would have done it whether it was legal for him to carry or not.
In fact, it was the random ownership of a gun that stopped the whole process.
Exactly. Yes. And by the way, that gunman who did not have to fire his weapon actually had training. He's a military vet. Okay, so now we've allowed these military vets and every other law-abiding citizen. Now you don't have to jump through hoops. You can be part of restoring a peaceful society.
Exactly.
Okay, now, if it had been a random act of violence by somebody just looking for people to shoot up, again, the fact that we allow permitless carry wasn't going to stop an estray or a psycho, a crazed gunman. Okay, but there again, if that was the case, then he likely would have been moving on to more victims after shooting the first two in the car. And then that scenario, the veteran gunman, peaceful gunman, law-abiding man, did save lives.
Yes.
So, and as a bonus, we don't have to pay for the criminal justice system before we fry this guy in the electric chair.
Oh my gosh! You're not going to serve on the jury. I'll tell you that.
That's what every conservative loves.
That's right. So I'm saying, no matter what way you slice it here, permitless carry was a positive influence in this.
Yes.
Now, it would be interesting to find out if this veteran, I think he's named in the story, we should plug him for sure.
I haven't even had a chance to pull that up.
But he, I don't know that he had a concealed carry permit or not. It'd be interesting to find out.
We haven't found those details out. Everything was breaking all day so quickly and was so sparse. And I'm sure that they were still doing investigations into the afternoon.
But we put the link to the story that Tom was reading. It's on 3D Politics Live Facebook page. And post it up there if you know the answer whether or not this guy had previous concealed carry or if he's just somebody who now is legal because of the enactment of permitless carry.
And just to tie into this, there was another shooting in California.
Yeah.
4 people dead. I know no details. I've not had a chance to look at that whatsoever today. So if you know anything about that, let us know. We'd love to have your participation in the conversation at 3D Politics.
Yeah.
But we're live now, so if you throw that in, we might be able to.
And the story I read from was pretty early in the reporting, so there was very little info. They weren't releasing any names. It was just all new. I don't really want to go